Hello everyone, my name is Olga and in this video I'm gonna share my experience of going on a road trip in Turkey.
It will be right inside of this windmill.
New Year's Eve we decided to spend in a hotel in Antalya in the district called Lara. Now we are coming to the tourist hotel that we chose and we already stayed there last year. But to be honest, this year my opinion changed a little bit about this hotel. The views are still amazing, and I mean waking up to see this is really great. You can even see the Duden waterfalls from the room. But the rooms themselves have some water damage you can see, and it's not fixed. And the windows are also still dirty, so that's the downside of this hotel. So I would only recommend it if you really want this kind of views for relatively low price. Also, the advantage of staying in Lara is being close to the Duden waterfall. And to celebrate the new year, we went to Kokoyaki Sushi, also close to the tourist hotel. And this restaurant is more on the expensive side. In Turkey, sometimes it can be hard to find a good restaurant with sushi, but this is one of the really good ones. And yes, here you will pay a bit more. But if you want to go here for a celebration or something like that, I can really recommend it. So next day, on the 1st of January, we went to see the canyon and an old amphitheatre. On our way, we stopped at this traditional Turkish café restaurant, and the food portions are quite often in Turkey very big, so you will be full all the way till dinner. Also, if you cannot eat all what's on your plate, you can always share with friendly kitties that will be very happy to help you. Here I went upstairs to wash my hands, and as you can see, it's all very local.
It's good actually.
We also drank traditional Turkish tea. Now we are driving closer to the canyon, and as you can see, the road itself is already part of the sightseeing. Most of the time in Turkey the roads are quite good, so we usually don't have trouble. On your way you can always see animals, sometimes with shepherds, sometimes without shepherds. Here we stopped to take a look on the ancient bridge.
Now, from the river, I will come back. This is my job here. And how much? Lira or ticket?
Here we were also offered a boat trip down the canyon. The price was €50. Unfortunately, this time we did not have time to go down the canyon, but we did meet another couple that just did that trip, and they said it was quite nice and easy. Here you can read the story of this canyon. Now we are driving to see the ancient amphitheatre, and again the road itself offers quite some amazing natural landscape views. It's almost impossible not to stop at every turn and take pictures and videos. Now we arrived to the village, and it did take us some time to figure out how to go and see the amphitheatre, but with the help of some locals we made it up. I do recommend having some sensible shoes like trekking shoes or at least trainers, because this area is still undergoing restorations. But the upside that it's not finished is that the entrance is free. On the road here again we meet some animals. Mostly they are friendly, just don't drive too fast, and sometimes you have to just stop and let them pass. So far in all our experiences with animals like this, they were never aggressive and we were always safe. In the evening for dinner we went to Mall of Antalya. Prices here are a bit higher than average, but the food is really nice. It's not only traditional Turkish food, but some bowls, some more European fusion food. If you are ever in Turkey, I do recommend going there. Next day we are leaving Antalya and driving through the mountains to Marmaris. We did not have a plan to stop anywhere other than for lunch, but we were surprised. We did see some other ancient Roman and Greek structures, and we got to see them just by chance because we stopped for lunch in a small town and just looked at Google Maps, and here it was. It was called Antikenti, which means ancient. So even in a small town we were surprised to find a really nice coffee shop, more European style coffee shop. Also, I'm not sure how it is in the summer, but in the winter there were no queues and almost no people. Here the amphitheater, this one, and that one. And in the evening we finally made it to Marmaris. We had dinner at a nice restaurant. It is right at the pier. I would say the prices there are higher than average, but considering Marmaris is a very touristy city and this is the city center. Next day we went exploring Marmaris and we were really surprised with the old city. It has these narrow streets and white buildings. You really can get lost there. After Marmaris, we went to a small city nearby called İçmeler. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it the wrong way. And we stumbled upon this nice café Anne. Right there inside you can see they have a Harley Davidson. Of course, we did make some pictures with it. We did like the food. It was tasty and good quality. And to a small resort town called Akyaka, and here you can see what happened after the forest fires. It was heartbreaking to see. Here again we did not have an exact plan of what we want to see or where we want to go, but we did see on a map some old windmills and decided why not drive to it. They are all not functioning anymore. They are more of a tourist attraction now. I know one of them is renovated and made into a restaurant, and others are just abandoned. It is possible to climb on top, but the steps are not very safe, so just be careful.
The tree grew right inside of this windmill.
So was it used the same way as the Georgian towers?
Oh, this looks more like a mill or something.
Yeah, well, there it is a windmill. Also, they say on Google. This is a windmill where even some old mechanism is still intact, partially at least. Oh, interesting.
Renee just saw some really old nails.
Yeah,
Was fascinated by it.
yeah. They must have been like 100 years old at least. Maybe older. They were like forged and everything, you know. Handmade, not like now machine made.
And now we are almost at the top of the mountain. But these are the old windmills, and those are the new. Yeah, quite a lot of them, and some doggies trying to scare us off the territory.
And now we are arriving to Akyaka, and here we were really surprised with such a great apartment. In Marmaris we had a really tiny room, and here in Akyaka for half of the price we had this really big and nice apartment. It even had 2 bedrooms. I will leave a link to this apart hotel in the description. I think in the summertime, for a group of friends, maybe 4 people, or for a family, this is a perfect place to stay. Here again we are greeted by a local. The location of this apart hotel is not right on the beach, but it is in a nice and busy area. So right in front you have a coffee shop, you have a Migros supermarket and some other shops. So you have everything, and the walk to the beach is about 5, maybe 7 minutes. Down at the beach there are a lot of boats that can take you on a boat tour. I think in the summertime it's really popular here, but in January we didn't see many tourists. I can imagine this is a very lively area in the summertime with all the boat tours and beach cafes and bars. I expect Akyaka to be very crowded and very busy in the summertime, even though it's not a major city like Marmaris or Izmir, but I do want to come back here in the summer. Oh, this one even smells of food. So, no electricity, but there should be some food. There was a problem with the power outage, but still in the cafes they did have food because they had barbecue, they could warm up the food. Akyaka has a forest camp and it is in the middle of a really big park. And I was really surprised how clean the water is here. Now we left Akyaka and are going back home. The weather on our last day was not so nice, not so friendly. Sometimes we couldn't even see very far down the road. But it lasted only for maybe an hour or two, and soon the rain stopped and the sky started clearing up. And again, we did not want to go here, we did not plan it, but just stumbled upon it on the map. A really unexpected surprise. So today was not gonna be a filming day, and I didn't plan to film anything because it's the last day, we're going home, we are tired. But then suddenly we decided to go off path a little bit to check out some lake we saw on the map. And it is amazing. It is something that I definitely want to come back to in the summer. And I will just show you and you will be amazed. So to get to this lake, you first need to pass through a small town. It has the same name, Salda. And I did see there some signs for apartments for rent and some small cafes. We did not plan to go there, so I knew nothing about this lake. But later I found out that it is very popular with local tourism because it has hydromagnesite mineral in its coastal waters. And it is believed to offer remedies for dermatological diseases. So I hope you're all excited to see more of this lake, and we drove all around it and the beaches were getting better and better.
So this beach is covered with whiteness. I don't know what it is. It's probably salt. If you know about it, tell me in the comments. But we just stumbled upon it, so I actually don't know if in the summer it gets warmer here, because this is a lake, this is not sea. But in the small town that we passed, I only saw some of the apartments, no cafes nor anything. We did want to have lunch, but unfortunately everything was closed. Nothing was working. We only saw maybe a couple of people outside, and the village itself looks a bit run down, although there are signs for apartments that you can rent, but there were maybe 2 or 3 of them. So I guess this place is not very popular with tourism. Maybe locals come here for a holiday, but this place is really beautiful, and I do hope I can come here again in the summer. Just look at how awesome it is. And the sand is... Although, is it even the sand? What is it? What? Well, these look like stones. Definitely. The beach itself looks rather clean. I don't see any plastic. Well, I do see this pink plastic, but not like on the popular beaches. And it looks like I am a bit drowning, but we will get there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We see 2 other persons got interested in this beauty too. Maybe we will be in their video. Okay, so the beach is sand. And you look how beautiful it is.
Kind of clay or something.
Is it I thought it's just sand. Clay? Cool. Apparently, the person that I am, I left the car open with a key inside. So luckily there is just no one. But yeah, I am running back. Thankfully, Rene didn't kill me yet. That means probably he truly loves me. Well, at the very least, I didn't close it with the key inside. But where is the key now? Where is the key? Will they? Yay! There is the key. These are my shoes after going on this beach. Yeah, it is probably some sort of clay. I can see a beach. So do we dare to fill our bottles? Looks like we are. If this video gets published, then you know we didn't die. To everyone there, if I'm alive, you will know. Cheers. So Renee, do you regret your recent life choices? No. I see. Turkish Maldives. Almost Asian Maldives, but closer to home. Someone tries to kill you. This place keeps surprising us. Even better views, even more Maldives. Yeah. A really unexpected surprise.
And there is also an option to go from Antalya to Marmaris by the seaside, and we did not choose that road because in January it can be a bit dangerous. But what we did not expect is that the road through the mountains will be this nice and this scenic and beautiful. And if you do want to do a road trip in Turkey, I do recommend taking both routes, maybe in the summertime by the seaside and in the winter time through the mountains. If you go by the seaside, the duration of the trip will be about 2 hours longer. But even for us, even though we went by a shorter route, because we went to the lake, because we went to go sightsee, it did take us also longer. But I would say it was definitely worth it. So if you have any questions about this road trip, please leave them in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.